Welcome to today's episode of Places, People, Purpose. In our last episode, we learned about the history of Barcelona, dating back to its Roman beginnings. Today, we're going to explore the cultural and other aspects of Barcelona that make it such a unique and beautiful city. To start off, it's important to understand that Barcelona is in the autonomous community of Catalonia, which is located in the northeastern part of Spain. Therefore, Barcelona is Catalan. The people of Catalonia predominantly speak Catalan, and the region has its own distinct culture and identity. The Basque Country is also a separate region in northern Spain, and it has its own distinct culture, history, and language, which is Basque or Euskara. I'd like to start the discussion of Barcelona with its soccer club because I have a fun story to tell that helps explain why soccer is so deeply ingrained in the cultural fabric of the city. FC Barcelona, commonly known as Barcelona or Barca, is one of the most successful and well-known soccer clubs in the world. Let's take a look at some of the reasons around this. FC Barcelona was founded in 1899 and quickly gained popularity in Catalonia and began participating in regional and national competitions. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Barcelona won 4 consecutive La Liga titles and the club's first European Cup in 1992. Former player Pep Guardiola became the coach in 2008. Under his guidance, Barcelona achieved unprecedented success, winning numerous domestic and international titles, including 3 La Liga titles and 2 UEFA Champions League trophies. With Lionel Messi making his competitive debut for the team in October 2004, Barcelona won a club record 34 trophies, including 10 La Liga titles, 7 Copa del Rey titles, and the UEFA Champions League 4 times. Barcelona's rich history is marked by its commitment to an exciting, attacking style of soccer, a strong youth development system, and the contributions of many legendary players and coaches. The club has a massive global fan base and continues to be a major force in world football. Now, upon this background, let's layer some additional history. The Spanish Civil War took place in Spain from 1936 to 1939, and it was a conflict between the Republicans, who were largely a coalition of leftist and anti-fascist groups, and the Nationalists, led by General Francisco Franco. Barcelona, being a stronghold of leftist and Republican forces, experienced intense fighting during the war. But on January 26, 1939, Barcelona fell to Franco's troops, which essentially marked the end of the Spanish Civil War, and Franco went on to establish a dictatorship that lasted until his death in 1975. During his reign as dictator, Franco implemented policies that suppressed regional identities and languages in Spain. In the case of the Basque Country, the Basque language, Euskara, faced restrictions and efforts to suppress it, but the Basque region's resistance was strong. In Catalonia, the use of the Catalan language was also restricted, and there were efforts to promote Castilian Spanish as the sole language of instruction in schools and official communications. During one of my visits to Barcelona, I was given a very special gift of a ticket to see FC Barca play at its stadium known as Camp Nou. And I asked the gentleman who gave me the ticket if the reason that soccer was so important to Barcelona was because how good the team had been over the years. And here's the story he told me. He said that when Franco was dictator, people were punished for speaking Catalan. But they told Franco that they couldn't help themselves when they went to soccer matches because they would get so excited watching their team play that they had to scream and shout. And when they were excited like this, the words just naturally came out in Catalan. So Franco decided that there would not be punishment for Barcelonans who spoke Catalan at Barcelona's soccer matches. This meant that the soccer stadium became the only place where Barcelonans could speak their language and express themselves in their native language. And because of this connection to their culture and community, soccer became more to Barcelonans than a sport. In fact, it was closer to a religion. I haven't been able to independently substantiate whether the story is accurate, but the gentleman who told me this was definitely telling me an account and experience that he believed. I thought it was an intriguing explanation about the connection of this city to its beloved sport. And it was an amazing experience to go into the stadium that is hallowed ground for many Barcelonans. It was very impressive, and I understand why one of the most prized possessions passed down through generations of Barcelonan families are their soccer tickets. Let's now move on to one of the individuals whose brilliance and creativity gave Barcelona an unbelievably rich artistic heritage, and that is Antoni Gaudí. Born in 1852 in Reus, Catalonia, Gaudí would go on to become one of the most iconic and influential architects of the 20th century. His unique and amazing creations have left an indelible mark on Barcelona's landscape, drawing millions of visitors each year to marvel at the architectural alchemy of this visionary artist. Gaudí's journey into the world of architecture began at the School of Architecture in Barcelona, where he enrolled in 1873. His studies were marked by a departure from convention, as Gaudí's vision was already taking shape, influenced by nature, religion, and the burgeoning Art Nouveau movement. Graduating in 1878, he quickly became known for his avant-garde approach to design, setting the stage for a career that would redefine the architectural landscape. Park Way, which is located on Carmel Hill, is one of Gaudí's jewels. Originally conceived as a residential project, the park showcases the architect's commitment to integrating architecture with the natural environment. There are vibrant ceramic mosaics, undulating benches, and whimsical sculptures that seem to emerge organically from the landscape. The park offers panoramic views of Barcelona, providing a serene escape from the bustling city below. Gaudí's use of color and form in Park Way reflects his fascination with organic shapes and his belief that architecture should harmonize with the natural world. Gaudí's works in Barcelona also include residential architecture. Casa Batlló and Casa Mila, both located on the Passeig de Gràcia, exemplify Gaudí's distinctive style. Casa Batlló features a facade adorned with colorful tiles, sculpted balconies, and undulating lines. Commissioned by industrialist Josep Batlló, Casa Batlló is the result of a radical renovation project undertaken by Gaudí between 1904 and 1906. Although the owners wanted Gaudí to tear down the original 1877 structure and build something new, he convinced them that he could transform the existing structure into a dazzling display of organic forms, vibrant colors, and imaginative design. Gaudí's vision was not merely to construct a building, but to create a living, breathing work of art that seamlessly integrated architecture with nature. The first glance at Casa Batlló is a visual feast, as the undulating facade appears to ripple like waves on the surface of the sea. Gaudí's use of colorful ceramic tiles, locally known as trencadís, adds a mosaic-like quality to the exterior, with shades of blue, green, and mauve creating a captivating play of light and shadow. The irregular windows, resembling whimsical eyes, contribute to the building's fairy tale charm. Inside Casa Batlló, you'll find luxurious living spaces that reflects Gaudí's attention to detail and commitment to functional beauty. The fluid lines of the walls and ceilings, the sculpted wooden doors, and the clever use of natural light create an atmosphere of harmony and elegance. The central light well, inspired by the shape of a whirlpool, allows daylight to cascade through the house, illuminating its interiors with a soft, natural glow. After years of meticulous restoration, Casa Batlló is open to the public. The house serves as a cultural and architectural landmark, hosting exhibitions, events, and guided tours that provide insight into Gaudí's design philosophy and the history of this extraordinary building. We've got some great pictures of Casa Batlló on our website, placespeoplepurpose.com. So we would invite you to take a look at these if you have a chance. That's all we have for today's episode of Places, People, Purpose. We hope you enjoyed learning about the history of soccer and the genius of Antoni Gaudí. In our next podcast, we will be focusing on more works by Gaudí and also visit some of the very noteworthy sites in Barcelona. So please join us for our next episode of Places, People, Purpose, where we create connections to our world.